I often think of it as a superpower, even though others find it deceptive. My innocent and gentle exterior that hides a not so gentle personality, especially when provoked. I liked that it helped me filter oppressors, considering there's two main courses of action when one encounters a person with this demeanor. The first set of people are the ones that soften their manners and their speech to become more acceptable to the soft and gentle person. The other set are those that aim to oppress, trying to take advantage of their softness and mistaking it for weakness, as was the case with me. We moved to another city and I had to change schools. It was a new experience for me. Generally optimistic, I couldn't understand why my brother complained bitterly about our new place. I didn't understand why he couldn't look on the bright side. Who is to say that here is not better than the place we left? We needed to give it time to find out, didn't we? Leaving your comfort zone could bring beautiful progress and change. We were our parents' only children, but despite being twins, we had very different personalities. Nevertheless, our different personalities have never come in the way of our friendship, our bond. I didn't try to talk to him about it or anything because his feelings were valid and it was okay for him to express them as he wished. I also admired that about myself, my being able to allow people to be themselves. At school, I am often quiet. I needed the quiet to study this new environment I found myself. The children here seemed very different from the ones in my previous school. In my old school, everyone maintained a respectful distance. They minded their business more, even though they still interacted with each other. But the atmosphere of the class now just buzzed with familial warmth. The connection that bound this diverse set of people who even spoke different languages in an unexpected unity. It felt as though I had become part of an extended family, albeit one where the members bore little physical resemblance to each other and often communicated in tongues foreign to my own. Hausa and English were the commonly spoken languages, and as for the remaining 10% of people, it will take me more than this quiet to figure out what alien dialect they used. Now, as you would expect with big families, some children were closer to each other than others. They moved around together, spoke the same language, and laughed at the same things. Here, they call them a clique. And the leader of this particular clique that had caught my attention was Elizabeth. Elizabeth was the biggest person in class and seemed to believe her size entitled her to bully others. She and her clique hovered around me for a very long time, seemingly debating whether to initiate me or make me pray. After a few weeks, it seemed they had decided on the latter, a clear sign of their poor judgment. They would come to my table trying to provoke me by messing with my lunch, hiding it, throwing it, or eating it and giving bad reviews because lunchtime was the only time we had such flexibility and time to move around. Regardless, I maintained my cool girl persona, even though they had succeeded in provoking and angering me. It was a delicate balance, a silent battle to keep my emotions in check. After all, it was far too early in the school year to have my parents summoned to the principal's office to discuss their child's misconduct. I felt proud of myself for reaching the end of the term while being patient and maintaining my cool. It was a week before exams and preparations were in order. I was immersed in my studies, fully focused, when suddenly a cool breeze brushed against my head. This was immensely unusual as my head doesn't get air when I'm outdoors. It was always securely and stylishly cocooned in a cotton turban, protecting it from the elements. My hair had never been exposed to strangers until now, that is. As I looked up, I realized with a jolt that the turban was no longer on my head and was now the thing that Elizabeth flung on the ground like it was some measly trash. My hair, meticulously twisted and wrapped in African thread, was now the center of attention. All 13 students in the class had turned their gaze towards me, their curiosity palpable. The thin twist, gathered into a bun at the back of my head, now felt like a glaring spotlight highlighting my vulnerability. Elizabeth soon appeared in front of me, blurting words that I didn't comprehend because a whole new conversation was happening in my head between the me that was trying to take in what just happened and the me that was dealing with this embarrassment. This was a real story. Every story I tell here is. If you're living a story of your own, I turn real stories into episodes like this one. The link is below. And if you're not ready to leave yet, there's another story waiting.